this could be a lot of fun. And then we're living in Paris. Obviously,
Coach Jack Del Rio joining us on the ELF podcast. Coach Jack, we are so excited in the European League of Football that you've joined the Paris Musketeers. And obviously it was big news last week and big splashy headlines for our league. And we're very, very thrilled to have you joining us this year in the league. And of course, today on the ELF podcast. Coach, can you just walk me through how this went down? How did you become the head coach of the Paris Musketeers? Who reached out to you? What was the process like?
Yeah, it was a great process. Yogi Ross is the one who contacted me initially, and I've known Yogi from way back when my son competed in the Elite 11, stuff like that. So we maintained contact, and so anyway, he reached out and he was like, "Hey, got this opening, looking to fill, blah blah blah," and I was like, "You know what? That sounds good to me. I check with my wife, but I'm pretty sure she'll be fired up." And like, really? I was like, yeah. I mean, I love to coach. We're talking about being in Paris, like one of the great cities in the world, right? And coaching football.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm at least going to listen to this. Yes. So I'm in to talk about it. And so, obviously, my wife was an automatic, we're in. And I was like, oh, slow down.
Pump the brake.
Let's talk it through. But anyway, we went through it. I met via Zoom with many of the ownership group. And there were about six on the call, and talked about what the job was, what they were looking for, my potential interest. And you know what? It was a home. I mean, it was like, I'm fired up. I can't wait.
Yeah. Oh, Coach, first of all, it's a small world because my family, we kind of know Yogi a little bit. We're an old Pac-12 family, and Yogi did a bunch of work with the Pac-12 back in the day. I know he's now with the Big Ten now. So it's cool that was your point of contact and that you were connected with Yogi to get you out here. Was there any hesitation at all or concern about coming out here to Europe? Because this is probably the first time, your first experience getting any knowledge about the European League of Football. Was there any hesitation about that or questions? Like, what is this league even?
There were a lot of questions. I mean, I was thorough and did research and talked to different people that have worked over there, and talked it over with my wife and all that. And you know what? It was like, what a great opportunity. I love to compete. I mean, I'm a guy that I've competed my whole life. I mean, so, and it was like, man, I could see going over there and having a chance to interact with these young men and help them, develop and become a champion and know what that is to sacrifice to be part of a team and give to a common cause and all those things. And I was like, this could be a lot of fun. And then we're living in Paris. Obviously, a lot of benefits there. But I mean, for me, the challenge, right, is something. Like, I'm a guy that loves to compete, and it's another challenge and another opportunity. Be part of a locker room. I've done it my whole life,
right?
And I love doing it. So here I am.
Yeah. Did you know anything about the ELF before Yogi reached out to you and kind of talked to you about the job?
Vaguely, just vaguely. Okay. I didn't know much about it. So, but I'm trying to learn right now. And,
we're gonna get you all caught up on everything ELF.
We're getting up quick. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. There we go. You've been to Paris before, I presume?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Okay. There we go. We're gonna get you back there. It's so cool. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Coach.
Lives in Madrid.
Oh, okay.
And with my granddaughter. And so, super excited to be much closer to her and our granddaughter. And so, I've been to Europe many times, many times, and in Paris in particular a few times.
Yeah. I'm wondering, Coach, you've obviously, with your experience in the NFL and being a head coach, and to an organization, and now you're becoming a first-year head coach at a new organization here. Granted, it's in a different league and kind of a different football world here, but what's kind of at the top of your to-do list first day when you arrive in the facility and you're starting to build a culture as a head coach, be it in the NFL or be it in the ELF with the Paris Musketeers? What's at the top of your priorities?
Plug in and add some juice.
Okay.
No, it's obviously a big part of it, but we want to connect. We want to develop relationships with our guys. Assembling the staff now. We want to have teachers, guys that can develop. As a former player, I know. You're going to give the coach the first 5 minutes or so. You're going to be like, all right, can this guy help me or what?
Yeah.
And if you know that he can, then you're going to eat up what he says. You're going to really tune in and stay locked in. And so we want to make sure we take advantage of relationships and teach. And in order to do that, there has to be some kind of connectivity, some kind of trust. And so we've got to earn their trust. We're going to be intentional. We're going to come in, have a plan, and teach football. And I know, I keep going back to teach because they're closing the gap. From what we're exposed to with Americans that play football growing up their whole life. This is a little different culturally because they're not playing football, or they haven't. Now they're starting to. So we want to build on that and do a great job teaching.